What is going on today, everybody? As I'm sure you guys have already seen, Long Island Audit's run-in with the Connecticut State Trooper, Mr. Brian Fahey.
What do you think
Get
I'm
off
doing?
my property right now.
I'm off your property.
This is my property.
Well, do you see me not moving?
All the way to the cul-de-sac.
Calm down.
Get off my
that gun out of your
property.
hand. Get that gun out of your hand.
Get off my fucking property.
Get that gun out of your hand.
I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't care who you are.
Trespassing
I don't
on
care
my
who you
fucking property.
I don't care who you
Get
are.
off my fucking
I don't
property.
care who you are.
Right now.
You spit in my
Get off
face.
my property
You're
right
going
now.
to jail now.
Get
Look
off
at
my
this.
property
Look
right
at this.
Turn around for me.
Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do. This is ridiculous.
As it's gotten millions of views across all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, every single one of them. You guys, the entire community has came together and really blown this entire thing up. So huge thank you to everybody in this community. And as you guys may have seen, I was actually able to get there. I was actually able to go and support Sean, Mr. Long Island Audit himself, and be there for him on his arraignment date. There were also plenty of other people in the community there as well. I got to meet a bunch of you, got to meet a bunch of the great fans, great FAPA fans, got to shake a lot of hands, sign a lot of stuff. So big thank you to everybody there out showing the support.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, everybody, I was arraigned today. Not guilty, of course. We all saw the video, right? At the end of the day, we all saw the video. We saw exactly what happened. Sergeant Brian Fahey, the Connecticut State Police, he is the one who engaged in criminal conduct, threatening in the first degree, reckless endangerment, breach of the peace. He engaged in the criminal misconduct, and yet I and my cameraman were just arraigned on felony charges and 2 misdemeanors. This is an injustice. And Martin Luther King said it best, right? An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice anywhere. Everywhere. So at the end of the day, guys, I have a court date coming up September 9th. I want to say to everybody watching now, everybody that came here to support, look how many of you there are here. Thank you so much. I know people from Michigan, Texas, Massachusetts,
South Carolina, baby.
Yeah. South Carolina, Connecticut, USA. And this case proves, and I've been talking about corrupticate for 4 years now. This is textbook corrupticate. The state's attorney in there for this judicial district, New London, Paul Marducci, he says, oh, you know, nice to meet you, Mr. Reyes. I appreciate how civil you've been. I appreciate, you know, it's fine, but the charges weren't dropped. You can be nice to me all you want, but you're still committing acts of injustice against me. You are still committing acts of tyranny. With a smile on your face, right? With a smile on your face. So again, he's trying to get it transferred out of this district. That's what happened today. That's what they were talking about in the arraignment. They're trying to get the charges transferred out of this district because of an appearance of a conflict, because apparently Sergeant Fahey was a New London law enforcement officer for a while, and now he's a Connecticut State Police officer. You know, $500,000 in the last 4 years in overtime. $500,000 for somebody who sits at a desk. A desk. $84,500 a year, per year.
More than that, he says.
More than that. More than that, right? He says the more than that. He spit in my face. The disgusting, unhinged individual. Everybody here knows, and everybody watching, and everybody across the world knows, spitting in someone's face is the most vile and despicable thing anyone can do to another person. You're a coward. He only did it. He didn't spit in my face without that gun in his hand.
Absolutely not.
Why'd he go back inside and get his gun? Why didn't he just spit in my face when he was unarmed? Because he was a scared, corrupt coward. He's a coward. And I know you watch all the videos. I know they're all watching the videos. I just got more conditions put on me to not contact his family. I've never spoken to his family. In fact, I've seen videos where his family has been harassing peaceful protesters, giving them the middle finger, stopping traffic. His wife and his children have been doing, his adult children have been harassing people. I asked a question. I immediately backed off of the porch. I did nothing illegal. I did nothing wrong. I'm sure everybody, how many of you want to know how Sergeant Brian Fahey got $84,500 a year?
I want to know.
Make some noise if you need to know that.
Yeah. Sean, it's obvious he's not the only one.
And that is the thing. And that's why this investigation that I'm conducting is not going to stop at Sergeant Fahey. It's going through, I'm looking at everybody's timesheets. I'm looking at everything. Because there's a reason why this is happening. And I am going to investigate the state police, the Groton Police Department. Oh, and you know what I found out? The police chief of Groton was a Connecticut state trooper for 22 years. So he worked alongside Sergeant Brian Fahey for 22 years. And then he gets a job at the police chief. Must be nice. These guys, they talk about how, oh, we're underpaid. This guy's collecting a pension. The police chief of Groton is collecting a pension. And now he's a police chief, getting a six-figure salary.
Shame on them.
Double dipping against the taxpayers. Yeah.
Question, LTL me. My name's Brian, LTL me.
Go ahead, what's your question? I'll take any questions.
From Rentham, Massachusetts. Would the situation have been different if you didn't have a camera there that day?
I would have been dead. He would have killed me.
That's why you spit.
He would have killed me because he bumped into me several times, and this is why I love the camera. This is why they hate the camera, because the camera shows you. Because if imagine there wasn't a camera, I'd have been dead. He would have told you that I threatened him. He already said he lied. I threatened his life. I never threatened his life, publicly or privately. He threatened my life. He was setting up a scenario where he could unload his clip into my body and take my life.
That's what he did.
Thank God for my cameraman, Tahim. He saved my life that day. He was heroic. He kept recording. I don't know too many people. Tahim didn't even flinch in the face of tyranny. Didn't even flinch. Held the camera steady. I've seen other people who record the police. They're shaky and everything else. And I understand. I used to be that way. Tahim's first time recording the police, exercising his rights. Working for me as a cameraman, and he didn't flinch.
Yeah, buddy.
Good man.
The irony of that is when you stepped onto his porch, you went, oh, I'm being recorded. You backed off. The funny thing about it, if you didn't have a camera there that day, his camera footage would have probably disappeared and said, it didn't record.
Right. Of course it would.
His clip.
No, of course. He would. That would have. Now he has it, and I'm glad. I'm sure it's still going to disappear because it's going to show that I immediately started backing away.
Absolutely.
So at the end of voyeurism, I wasn't even recording. that's the crazy part. They charged me with felony voyeurism. Imagine that. Imagine somebody being charged with voyeurism for knocking on someone's door and asking them a question. Voyeurism. That's a disrespect to my reputation. That's like a sex crime. It's ridiculous. It's a felony. It's a felony. I get charged with a sex crime, yet his freak self spit in my mouth. He's a freak. He's a disgusting animal. I've said it from day one, and he's proven it every single time. He's a savage. He's an animal. He's a criminal. There is a lot of stories out there that I cannot tell right now, but stay tuned. There's a lot of stories that I've been hearing about this savage doing other things to other individuals, criminal acts against other individuals. And I can't get into specifics because these people are terrified. It's multiple people, but they're terrified of him. They're terrified of him doing anything. And I've reached somebody from his old school, reached out to me he was on the basketball team, and he spit in his face. And I'm gonna bring him on the channel. I'm gonna get a sworn affidavit from him. This guy is a coward. He's been spitting in people's faces, and he hasn't received any consequences. I said it in the video. I don't care. He's like, I don't care you're recording. I said, yeah, of course you don't, because you don't receive any consequences for your criminal actions. A lot of people, we're for law and order, we're for law enforcement. No, you're not. You're only for law and order when it benefits you, not when we all should have to held accountable for our crimes. Not just we the people, our public servants. Where is it people are like, oh, you just hate police? I'm not anti-law enforcement, I'm anti-tyranny. And you need to get it right. Anti-tyranny, every single one of us should be. This is the United States of America. We need to be anti-tyranny, pro-constitution, pro-freedom. These are public servants. They're supposed to serve the public. Excuse me. They're supposed to serve we the people. We have bootlickers and sheep out there that idolize these people like Fahey. Put them on a pedestal. like they're better than us. They're public servants. They should be held to a high standard. Fahey should have been fired years ago, not given $85,000 a year in overtime. He would have to have worked 12 hours a day every single day for the last 5 years to have earned that much money lawfully. He would have had to. And ironically enough, I showed up at his house at 3 o'clock on a weekday and he was home.
Surprise!
Surprise, surprise! How you getting the overtime? You're home at 3 o'clock. I will check. I've already FOIA requested his timesheets. I've already FOIA requested other state troopers' timesheets. I'm conducting a full investigation. I've hired a private investigator. I am working nonstop to determine everything. I think the police chief knew this was a conspiracy, obviously. They try and, they want to test our intelligence and they're like, oh, you didn't see what you just saw. He was the threat. I was the threat, apparently.
We'd be
But
under the jail.
This was a conspiracy between the police chief of Groton and Sergeant Brian Fahey, who worked together for over 2 decades. So I'm going to look for a link between those two. They live in the same area. They work together. I am sure they're best of friends. Tyrants, lots of overtime together, right? They probably worked lots of overtime together. There's a lot going on. Yes?
I've been trying to get a FOIA request from the state police, and every time I went there, they give me some sort of runaround. I went inside, got on the so-called bat phone, and the lady told me it would take 10 months to get it approved or get it back from them. I don't even know who I was supposed to.
Well, that's because they don't want transparency. They have 5 days to respond, and then there's a statutory limit for them to give it to you. So they can ask for extensions, but you can take it to a FOIA commission. There's a FOIA commission that you could go to, and they will force them to hand over the documents, body camera footage, whatever you're looking for. So the FOIA commission here in Connecticut is probably the only good thing they have here in Connecticut, because the state's attorneys aren't elected. Where I'm from in New York, they're elected. District attorneys are elected by the people. These state's attorneys are appointed by a commission that's appointed by the governor of Connecticut. So there's no voting him out of office if he maliciously prosecutes me. The police department sets the bond, $75,000, and my poor cameraman, $50,000. Corrupticate.
Up until a few years ago in Connecticut, the maximum fine that the FOIA Commission could levy was $250.
Wow, $250 for the FOIA commission.
Slap on the wrist, nothing. They would just eat it. Now it's up to $2,000.
Wow. Okay. Well, they're gonna eat this. Listen, at the end of the day, we need to hold these tyrants accountable. We need to promote transparency. I appreciate all of you being here peacefully. I saw police going back and forth. I heard there was 10 officers around here earlier today, because they always try and paint us as the problem. We're the ones that are gonna cause a scene. We're gonna be violent. But all I see is peaceful patriots here, peaceful freedom lovers. That's all we are. We want to hold this animal accountable, and we will. I will do everything in my power to hold him accountable, because Sergeant Brian Fahey, go ahead.
Judging by his behavior to you on camera, would Fahey issue a gun permit to somebody that acted just like him?
Of course he wouldn't. He would not issue a gun permit to somebody who acted like him. And the fact that this psycho is in charge of who gets gun permits or not is absolutely ridiculous. He shouldn't have a gun. His gun should be taken from him. He shot a man in 2014, was suspended or under investigation for 2 years. 2 years. I'm looking into that. There's a lot here, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot to look into. IA has buried all the complaints against him. I've talked to so many people who have told me, yeah, I filed a complaint against Fahey before. Well, I didn't see it when they handed me his jacket. Nothing was there. It's like he was the perfect officer for the last 20 years. And what he's doing is he's gearing up. He's trying to make he's on pace to make $100,000 in overtime this year, 2025.
Wow.
And he's gearing up because in Connecticut, your last 3 years are what determine your pension. And then what he's going to do, he's going to retire. He's going to get a nice pension from the taxpayers here in Corrupticate. And then he's going to go work for the Groton Police Department and collect another check. It's ridiculous. I can't speak directly to Fahey because the coward put order of protection against me, so I can't have any sort of third-party contact with him or his family, or go to the Connecticut State Police, or go to anywhere close to him in Groton. But, you know, I will just say generally, accountability comes for everybody. And we the people will hold you guys accountable. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. I really appreciate it.
But something you might not have seen just yet, actually while I was there, I was outside the courtroom taking pictures with Sean Paul himself. The chief marshal came up to me right behind me without me even realizing, and he took my phone right out of my hands. He said I was live streaming outside of the courtroom, which, I mean, you know, I would have been outside of the court itself if I wanted to live stream. I wanted to sit there. I just wanted to get a picture with Sean Paul, and as I was walking into the courtroom, he took my phone.
Mr. Leroy Truth.
Hey, hello there.
How you doing?
Hey,
FAPA.
Hey, John.
How we doing?
Good. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, pleasure to meet you too.
And what?
So, just outside the courtroom, took a picture with Mr. Sean Paul Reyes. Got my phone taken from me. Got my phone taken right away, and you know, now they're telling me I can't have it back till 5 o'clock.
They took your phone from you?
Yep. The guy came and ripped my phone right out of my hand, and now I can't have it back.
Did you get that on recording though? Him ripping the phone out of your hand?
I don't know. I honestly don't
No,
know.
it was recording at the time, right?
We'll see. Yeah, I believe so.
Can you believe this?
I believe so.
Hey, hello there. So what is the story on recording here? I can't go inside and record?
No, sir.
Can I just record over here? And
Gotta be outside the building.
I mean, what's the statute or law that I can't just simply be here?
Outside the building.
Well, what's the statute or law? I'm like in this public.
I'm only gonna ask you one more time. Outside the building.
Right, and if I don't leave, I will leave. But if I don't leave, what would you do?
Outside the building.
Would you arrest me? Is that what you would do?
Sir, outside the building, please.
Look at this. Why? What tyrants they all are. I'm literally in a public area right now.
Outside the building.
Look, now they're coming at me. Look at that. Coming at me with force. They got the guns. They got the tasers ready. Do you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Connecticut courts. This is garbage. And this man had his phone stolen from him.
Absolutely. This is crazy. This is crazy. Till 5 o'clock. Yeah, I'm supposed to wait here until 5 o'clock. For what? For what? I mean, there's thousands of people in there with their phone. They know what's going on. I don't know why they're trying to hide the absolute tyranny. I mean, it's all over the internet. It's not like everybody doesn't already know what's going on. So why they would try to do that, make the situation worse for them, I can't tell you.
Now, give everyone slowly a play-by-play on what happened, what you were doing, and give everyone a play-by-play. I don't want to block the stairs here. So what actually was going on?
Yeah. So I was standing outside the courtroom. I took some videos with Mr. Sean Paul Reyes. You know, he gave me the people's bicep. We were happy to have him do that. And as he was walking in, I was sitting in the back of the courtroom. The court has not started yet, so the court is not in session. The judge has not made any announcements as far as what is allowed and what is not allowed. I was taking my phone out to watch Mr. Sean Paul Reyes walk by into the courtroom, and I don't know if it was a deputy. I think it might have been the chief, actually. I'm not sure who exactly it was, but just came up behind me, ripped the phone out of my hands, and you know, escorted me out. Was you know, pushing me in the back and led me right out the front door.
So not only did they violently rob you, assault and rob you, they also made you leave our people's courthouse.
Absolutely. Told me I couldn't have my phone back until 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And that day he said I could come back at 5 o'clock, you know, which it was at 10 o'clock in the morning at this point. So therefore stranded me there for the day. Is what it is. I came back at 5 o'clock, was not able to retrieve my phone. So I'm not even sure as of right now whether or not it's entered in as evidence or what they're trying to make the situation out of it. But I know as of right now, I do not have my phone. I'm on my backup phone right now. So they just did that to put me in the position to where I couldn't bring the best of the best content to you guys, but you guys already know that that is not going to happen. It's kind of unfortunate. I had a bunch of good videos for my trip up to Massachusetts for you guys. A bunch of them saved up, ready to go for all this month. But you know, just a tiny setback for right now, but we're going to keep pushing through it as we usually do. But I'm going to be back on the road ASAP, getting the best of the best content for you guys. So as usual, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you go subscribe and turn on those bell notifications to never miss the latest and the greatest from the best of the best. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.